Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Rey Vs Rod podcast. It's a pleasure to be back. I know we
Hell
took
yeah.
a bit of a hiatus, but guess what? Life happens. All right. We're recording digitally now. We've been revoked of our in person presence, unfortunately, due to just life circumstance.
Sad
You know,
day.
yeah, but we found a way. We're making it work. We're coming back. We're gonna hit this back harder than ever. I haven't seen you guys since 2024, so welcome into the new year. Always great to get things started in the new year. Any resolutions from you, Jay?
If I had any resolutions, they all failed. So we're
Uh,
gonna we're gonna be trying them now in April, bro.
yeah. Well, one of my resolutions was to get a promotion, which I did. So
Hell yeah.
it worked, and now I'm stuck in the slums of Chicago.
Well, to be
So
fair though, that's been a resolution of yours for like a minute, not just like
it's
going into
true. It's
2025.
true. It's true. It's just a life goal, I guess. Um, resolution wise, yeah, I'm not a big resolution guy. I'm just let's roll with the punches.
Hey, bro, you know
That's
what
what
they
I
say.
do.
It's like the calendar. Nothing changes, just the calendar, bro. So
Exactly. Exactly. One digit. That's all it is.
so like just start today if you're gonna change, bro.
Exactly. Exactly. Get in the gym. So I gotta tell myself.
Get in the gym, big bro. What are we doing?
I know, man. I have to. I have to. I'm too big to not be in the gym.
Or in that new penthouse of yours, start
Oh.
hitting some push-ups.
Yeah. But yeah, starting off the new stream, the new podcast. We got an exciting event for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about the 2024 biggest events, awards. We're going to be talking about all the big moments, pop culture, personal stuff, what's going on, just
Hell yeah.
everything about 2024. We're going to give you guys a little catch up, different from our usual debates, but still somewhat similar. I'm still going to make sure
Oh
my
yeah.
point is across.
I still feel we'll be debating like
Yeah,
awards.
no, yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
know there's stuff that I say that you don't agree with. There's
All the
stuff you
time.
say I know that's I'm not gonna agree with. It's the nature of our friendship. But
Guaranteed.
100%, dude. Always, always. But let's start off with do you know which one you want to start off with? I was just gonna
I
go
don't,
down the list that we
I
made.
don't know if you want to hit your life update first, bro. Let to know people
The
why we're
life
recording.
update?
I don't know. If you want to let the people know why we're recording like this
Yeah, I mean
instead of on the casting couch. Yeah.
the casting couch is still back there.
Yeah.
Still down there. Still down there. Never forgotten. But got a promotion at work. I'm now a rental sales representative
Hell
for
yeah.
Penske. So pretty much a hunter just trying to find new business.
The Penske Chronicles, bro.
Promotion, yeah, the promotion came up at a time where I was willing to relocate. Didn't really think of the ramifications too much, but I'm gonna be back in Jersey at the end of the month, so I'll be
I
back.
can't wait.
I'll be back very soon. But yeah, got a promotion, got the company car, company phone, all that, all the perks and benefits of salary and commission. So doing well. Moved out to Chicago. When was it? It was first week of February.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been about 2.5 months now. Still don't have an Illinois driver's license. Got pulled over 3 times already. Wasn't able to
God
talk my
damn.
way out of one of them. So yeah, they don't like speeding over here. It's not like Jersey,
Well,
dude. I was going 10 over and I got pulled over.
10 over is wicked.
Yeah, 10 over, pulled over, got a warning. I was going 25 over one time, and I got a ticket that time.
That's more
But
doable, to be honest.
yeah, but
How the
it's dude, I
cops
was
out
in the
there?
left lane. They're pricks.
Gotcha.
For the most part, at least the ones that I've dealt with. The I'm not gonna say the county. I'm not gonna name drop in case we have any viewers from that county. But the ones in the county that I live
Yeah,
near, they were pricks to me. At least
yeah.
they didn't fuck with the boy.
DEI.
Yeah, they don't have PBA cards out here too, which is nuts to me.
I've
Like I
heard
flashed
that.
one of my PBA cards, and they were like, "This means nothing to me."
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard that in other states it's not the same as Jersey.
Yeah, it's not unless you're like direct family and like
Yeah,
can name drop someone they know, then you're fucked.
yeah, no,
But
that sucks.
yeah, it is what it is. It was a $175 ticket, but
Yeah,
we roll, we roll.
I was gonna
It's the name
say
of the game.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly, exactly. Any life updates with you, Jay?
Well, similar to you, we both started 2025 off with a bang because I got promoted myself. Not as big of a title as you, but we'll always take the more money and, the more responsibility, I guess.
Hell yeah, man. Climbing up that corporate ladder.
Yeah, bro,
I'm
that's what it's all
honestly
about.
one step off from where I want to spend the next 25 years. So I'm good right now. I'm
So, yeah,
happy.
you're right there then.
Yeah.
God
I'll be back
bless.
in the East Coast very soon, man.
No,
I'll be
yeah,
back.
that's what it's all about, bro. Making
Exactly,
that money
man.
coming back.
Exactly. Bringing it back home. Taking my people out the trap.
Hell yeah, bro. Neighborhood hero.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Inspiration to the younger generations. So let's get into what's going on today. So we got the award show. We're going to be talking about biggest biggest events, biggest people, biggest just moments of the year, and what each
Abs-
of us think
Absolutely.
takes the cake in each category. Did you want to pick a category first?
Well, first for the TikTok, I wanted to go. Welcome to the 2025, 2020. No, no, fucked it up. Welcome to the 2024 Rey Vs Rod award show. I think we got to start with Man of the Year. That's probably like the biggest category to me, but like still,
Oh
I
yeah.
think we start the show
It's-
off with a bang.
no, I agree. I agree. There's a
Might as
lot
well
of
just go
good
down the list.
nominees. Yeah, there's a lot of good nominees on the list. First off, Kendrick.
Kendrick
Uh,
Lamar.
great year. He performed. He started off 2025 performing at the Super Bowl.
He
So,
did.
so
But I
that's
don't know if we're
something.
factoring that in or not. That's the way I look.
That's true. It's true. But I want to say whatever he did in 2024 got him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll say that. He had oh my god, those diss tracks, the album. It was
Yeah,
phenomenal work.
it was a big
Phenomenal
year
work.
for him. A comeback, some would say, but a really resurgence. And some say he killed the goat, and it's not much more to say about it. He had a hell of a year.
No, yeah, I completely agree. I think he absolutely murdered the game. Him taking on Drake and absolutely just, in my opinion, sweeping him.
Hell yeah, bro.
I think it's just speaks to levels when you take down the guy that has been on top of the game since what, like 2014. He's
Yeah,
been
for a
a
very long
big
time.
name
Yeah,
since for a decade at that
he's
point.
been that guy, and they stepped in the ring, and majority of people thought he won. So Kendrick,
Kendrick, yeah. I
and
we also have some other nominees. I just want to get into it. I don't want to just glaze Kendrick the whole time, but
no, yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
got Cat Williams, Kai
Head to
Cenat,
toe, man.
Timothy Chalamet, Travis Kelsey. Did you mean Travis Kelsey or
No,
the
yeah,
other?
yeah. I don't
Okay,
know.
good,
I didn't know any
good.
other Kelsey, to be honest.
I was gonna say Jason Kelsey. He had a
Maybe the
wasn't
Kelsey
he sexiest
brothers.
man, wasn't he sexiest man of the year or something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was. I guess
Right.
both. We could
So
throw. We could
I
throw
was
them
gonna
both on
say
there.
the Kelsey family,
Yeah, for sure. I
men
was gonna
of the
say,
year.
especially 2024.
Yeah, no, I agree. The whole Taylor thing popped them off.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, not the biggest Kelsey fan, I'll say.
Neither am I, but I was just gonna say,
I
like 2024, they had big years, so
No, 100% credit is due where credit is due. So we had to throw him on the list, and then
yeah.
Elon Musk.
Oh, I also wanted to throw Trump on there. I forgot I said that. I didn't do it.
Trump did have a great year, dude. He won the
Yeah,
election. Um,
almost assassinated.
yeah, he survived. He
Because you got to
survived.
think of it as 2024. I don't know if his approval rate might be as high as it is like back on the
No,
chase to
it's
become
definitely gone
president
down.
again.
It's definitely gone
But
down because of the tariff nonsense that's going
yeah,
on now.
but that 2024 for him was big.
No, he was everywhere. You couldn't miss him, dude. He was in the news. He was
Yeah,
doing all his rallies, and then when he won the election, just huge tide turned. So absolutely big year for Uncle Donnie.
yeah.
Uh,
The Don.
DJ Trump, man, what a guy,
Yeah.
what a guy.
I'd hit the dance, but I don't know how to do it. The Trump emote. But I'll tell you this though, bro. When he got shot and he fucking just raised his fist, bro, that's like all
That
time
was
moments, all
oh
time
yeah,
stuff right there.
aura on T-shirts, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. um,
You-
I mean, me personally, I have a few contenders for this on who I think is on top. I'm really stuck in between two. I really think Cat Williams had a great year.
he
He's
did.
an
He
honorable
also
mention.
had a resurgence.
He did, and he popped off with a vengeance. Him coming up on the podcast talking about the industry and
Yeah, bro. He
name
killed it.
dropping people and just not giving a shit. Props to him. He did his shit. He's an honorable mention for me. For me, it's really between Timothy Chalamet and Kendrick Lamar, dude. Those
That's
are my
good.
two.
That is good. Good stuff right there.
Yeah, no, I think Chalamet had a great year at the movies. He did like I think like 3 or 4 movies last year
He
that were like
did.
big hits and just absolute mania from him. And then he's also who is he with now? I think he's with Kylie Jenner, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I believe so.
Yeah, uh, phenomenal generational bag.
Yeah.
Uh, game is game, and as a man of the game, I gotta respect what he's done. Pulling Kylie, no easy feat. Uh, you know, she's a single mother, so I respect what he's doing. I definitely respect what he's doing. I know where he's coming from in that sense. That's why he's one of my personal heroes.
Hell yeah. No, he had a really good year, bro. The Bob Dylan movie and everything else in between. He really became like an A-list movie star. Like people
Yeah.
are going to see him now.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Because we didn't have one
100%.
for a very long time. It was Leo and Brad Pitt forever. I think Chalamet really emerged into that
Took over,
category.
dude. Him and Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell had a
Yeah,
year where he
100%.
was in all those rom coms. He
Yeah,
was doing the Channing Tatum and Matt McConaughey thing.
yeah.
So I respect it. I think from him too. He's I don't even want to get into what he's up to now, but he's another role model of mine. um, but Chalamet definitely for me. I think Chalamet takes it.
You're
Um,
staking your claim with Chalamet.
yeah,
It seems like
yeah.
you would.
I mean, his speech too. I don't know if you saw his speech after he won, and he was
Yeah.
like, I get this award, and I think of all the greats. He's name dropping all these stars. He's like Viola Davis, this, that, and the other, whatever. Phenomenal speech. I think he did a great job paying respects to the greats, and then just really instituted himself as someone who's taken over the game. So I personally think he did a great job last year. He's my winner.
Oh yeah, Chalamet. You got Rod's vote, but you didn't get mine. Because why would you? It's Ray versus Rod. We can't pick the same guy.
Can't agree on anything.
Nah, I mean, it's for me. It's got to be Kendrick Lamar. It's Mr. Get Off. He was Mr. He was episode 1 of this freaking podcast.
Yeah, no, he did something last year, man. I mean, with the with the whole diss tracks and everything, dude, it brought new levels to the game, making J. Cole look like a pussy. It was
I still
phenomenal.
love you, J. Cole.
Yeah, no, Jermaine, we're still a fan. We're still bumping. The mixtape that you redropped, phenomenal. We fuck with it. But you got bitched, dude. Unfortunately. You just did. You just did.
Still calling all these shots. No need. No
No,
need,
it's
bro.
just it is what it is, dude. It is what it is.
No
I
need.
can't help it.
But I just think Kendrick, bro, he started off with I don't even remember what the song was called.
Oh
That
my
song with
god.
Metro and Future.
Oh my
On the
god,
like
yeah.
that. On the like that verse. And he called out Drake and Drake stepped into the ring. And then you get all those diss tracks over that 2 week stretch was an unbelievable stretch of time. We've already went over it a million times. Like it was just like it was this time last year that was all popping
Jordan
off.
3P.
Yeah, Jordan 3P. He went back to back to back, like the New York Yankees.
What a
And
way to
then
start the baseball season, by
yeah,
the way. Just shout out
oh yeah,
Yankees.
yeah. Shout out the Yankees. But you're a Cubs White Sox fan now, but we won't get into that.
It's
But
unfortunate.
other than that, Kendrick he had the pop out concert. He dropped all the music videos. Still is. I didn't watch the Luther video yet, but we'll get to that. He dropped the album. He swept at the Grammys.
Oh yeah.
There's a picture of literally of him with all the trophies. And then he popped
Gotta
up at
give
the
it to him.
Super Bowl. Some people didn't love it. I personally did because I'm a fan. But I'm going to see him in May.
Oh,
He's my man of the year.
hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. No, I'm definitely a fan. I think he did a phenomenal job last year marketing wise, and then also dude, I don't think there was a single weekend that we went to a bar or a club or something
Yeah,
and one of his songs didn't come up. So
yeah. I
I
didn't
think,
even mention that.
yeah, no, I think that's why he was my number 2 contender, dude.
I literally
Number
think I
2.
listened to Not Like Us last year. I had a problem. I think I listened to it like 300 times
Dude, there was times we're coming
over the
back
whole year.
we were coming back from the bar. It's like 2
Yeah,
a.m. and we're listening to Not Like Us in my car driving back from the bar.
yeah.
So,
Because why not, bro?
yeah,
Because they're
exactly.
not like
They're
us,
not like
bro.
us.
Still,
Oh yeah, 100%. And Yeah, I completely see where you're coming from, but I have to disagree.
Yeah,
Chalamet,
I got now.
my
Chalamet did
guy.
well too, though, so I can't hate. Like I didn't
Oh
know
yeah,
who you were
of
gonna
course.
pick,
It was
but
a tight race. It was a tight race. There was a lot of
yeah,
good guys that had great years. So
I think they probably are 1 and 2.
yeah, I mean, I think it just speaks levels to the volume of the game and what's
Yeah,
happened last year, and the quality of product we're receiving. So gotta love it.
hell
Gotta love it. So we're gonna move on to the next category. Do you want to introduce these fine ladies?
yeah. Due to we had the man of the year. Now we have to go to the woman of the year. Hell yeah! All these women, they had big 2024s. So we start off with some people call the GOAT, Taylor Swift. Clap it up for her. But anyways, Ice Spice, Beyonce, Cowboy Carter,
Ooh.
Sabrina Carpenter, Charlie XCX, Alex Earl. Those are the only people I can think of. I don't know if you could think of like more people for these nominees and stuff, but yeah,
Women of the Year, dude. I think maybe Zendaya's on there. She was also in
yeah,
Dune. She was in Challengers. What
yeah.
else did
So
she
they
do?
deserves, she deserves a chance.
I think she did
But
another big movie last year. Can't
no, I
remember off the
agree.
top of my head,
Yeah,
but
throw her
but
on the
she
list.
had a good year. Personally, for me, it's not a close race. I think
I
I
already
know.
know who you're going with.
Yeah, no, I
To be
don't think
fair, I think
it's.
we'll do the same thing.
I don't think it's a debate.
We might
I think
agree.
it's just a fact. Sabrina Carpenter absolutely won 2024.
She killed it,
That
man.
beautiful blonde white girl absolutely murdered
Yeah.
everything, dude. And as a man that doesn't really like to listen to that pop music that much, she got me to listen to it. So props are due or props are due. She's got it in my books. Also helps that she's an East Coast girl who's absolutely beautiful. So that's
Hell
my
yeah.
contention.
That's good. That was good. I was just gonna say, I was just thinking back on 2024, and Taylor, I believe at the beginning of the year, dropped some stuff. So shout out to her. For me, I've never been a Taylor Swift guy, so I can't vote for her. She took
Yeah.
over, but I will say she took over the NFL in 2024, so good for her. Ice Spice also, she was had her ups and downs. She got fat. I mean, she was thick, then she got skinny, now she's thick again.
Yo, Zempic, man.
Cowboy Carter, I love Beyonce's old music. Didn't listen to the country album.
No, neither did I.
You know what? It's not Charlie XCX, but it was a Brat Summer, so I can't hate.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I had to say something about Charlie XCX just because the amount of Halloween costumes that I
Yeah,
saw, all these girls doing the Charlie XCX thing, the brat thing, and it was just almost too much. But I would never say that because these women were looking good.
gotta love it. Yeah, it was a Brad Summer and Alex Earl. I'm not too familiar with her game. I just seen she was popular with the women on TikTok. So
Yeah, no, she's always a contender in something, dude. She's a good looking girl as well. She's
yeah,
the podcast world, right?
yeah, I believe
And she's
so.
got she was, yeah. I don't know
Yeah, but
too much.
I'm not too familiar,
Yeah,
but
I don't know too
I know
much.
women of her.
Yeah, so can't speak too much on that. But yeah, now for me, it was an easy sweep by Sabrina.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it's easy
she,
for me too. It's something it might be the only thing we agree on today, but it's Sabrina Carpenter. It's Woman of the
yeah,
Year.
dude,
I don't think it's much of a debate. That album
her,
killed it.
yeah, the album murdered. The concerts were bangers. Like seeing all
Yeah,
the clips on TikToks, bangers. And then she did like the SNL stuff. I think
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
also hilarious. So I got to give it to her.
Yeah, no, I agree
So
with
I think
you.
it's just an unfortunate truth, not even a debate.
So we'll see what the TikTok fans say, but yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah,
you know those Swifties out there,
yeah. There's always somebody trying to just stir the pot
100%.
unnecessarily.
Not on this one. Easy, Sabrina Carpenter, bro.
Yeah, yeah, no. And then next category, this one is a big one. I think this is probably my favorite category tonight. Just second favorite actually, just because I think it's hilarious. But who had the worst year?
Yeah.
And we got some big contenders in this one. There's a lot of people that got fucked last year. And we're gonna start off with wheelchair Jimmy himself, Aubrey
Damn.
Graham, Drake, the Sixth God.
Had a rough one.
Yeah, not the best look for him. He's definitely had better years. I don't think he's had a worst year. Um,
Yeah, no, I
but
think you're right. He hasn't had a worse one than this one.
no, no. Other than maybe the year he got shot on Degrassi, maybe.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think you're right.
But hey, that's my contention. Next we got Diddy. all the allegations.
Too
Yeah,
far.
I don't even know if it's been convicted or he's been convicted yet.
Yeah, I don't think he has
Still
yet.
ongoing.
I think it's still ongoing.
But I'm taking the over on it. The line is 30 years. I'm taking the over. uh, and then after that, we got Dan Schneider, the the
Another
creative mastermind of Nickelodeon, but
God himself.
diabolical. Yeah, yeah. He's just freakazoid to the max.
Yeah.
Some would say. Next, we got Vince McMahon.
Just more
He's
allegations from all these men.
yeah. It's just dude. Come on, come on. It's getting out of hand what these guys are doing or what they were doing.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna get into that too much. And then Jonathan Majors, who is, I think
I think
my
he beat
my
the case.
yeah is what happened is he
Yeah.
beat the case, but he had an awful year
I was going
because
to say, though, but he had an awful year
yeah
due to the
yeah
allegations.
yeah dude getting dropped from Marvel, and then I mean I fucked the Creed. Creed was hard.
Yeah,
Fucked
yeah,
with,
yeah. It was a good movie.
but yeah no the allegations just got the best of him, dude.
Yeah, no, they killed him, bro.
Yeah, the allegations have been taking our once idols,
Yeah.
and it's insane to say. I will say for Diddy though, there was I don't know if I'm gonna get some hate for this, but there was times last summer where he made allegations. I was still bumping some Diddy,
No, I know.
and
To be fair, we both were. But just because it was the last, it was the last
it was
time we
the
could.
last dance, dude. It was the last dance.
So we had to.
Yeah, no, because I think that was the last year it might have been acceptable.
Yeah.
Not catching some strays from randoms wherever you're at. But dude, there
Well,
was
there's you on a previous episode, bro. You sang like you went to the DJ and were like, play Diddy.
dude, yeah, I did that at Morristown. I
Yeah.
gave him some cash and he played Diddy for us. And then
So,
I think I did it with you at Butchie's one time. I think I got remember they had like that DJ in the corner one night.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got him to
Oh
play
yeah,
I got him
yeah.
to play the Keisha Cole Diddy
Oh
song.
yeah. It's a hell of a song. So like,
Yeah. It's a
I understand
phenomenal
it's
song.
Diddy, but
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, terrible things have been said about him and terrible things are alleged that he has done. I don't know the truth of it. It's looking bad. I
it doesn't
don't
look good.
I'm not
Doesn't look good.
sympathizing with him,
Plus,
but
this lawyer dropped him.
he did. He did
Yeah.
drop him. But it's also the same lawyer that said he just likes to buy things in bulk.
Yeah. So maybe
And
it's
then
not that great of a
Costco
lawyer.
clapped back and said we don't sell baby oil in bulk. So that's yeah. Maybe for multiple reasons he's gone, but I think he had an awful year. Honestly, it's a close race for me. I really don't know who had a worse year. I think if you go by like standards of like where they were at their highest and where they were last year, I
Oh no,
think
you're spitting.
Drake might have had the worst year relatively. Vince McMahon, I think, might have had an awful year considering that he was on top of the game in the
Yeah, bro.
entertainment industry.
Yeah, lost his whole
And
company.
yeah, dude. And I mean, the interview where he's like, if I
Oh
could have
man.
told you all the things we did, holy shit. And then the guy goes, can you tell us some of it? And he just goes, I think that's a phenomenal moment, dude. I love Vince. He's a character.
That's such a good meme, bro. We gotta
Uh,
throw that on meme of the year.
yeah, no, that might be, dude. That might be.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. But I think if you look at it from a point of where they were and where they ended up, I think Drake probably had a big loss last year. Big loss. And I think despite, Diddy having all the allegations and all the Diddy parties and everything and
Yeah.
yeah. I think Drake probably takes it, but it was close, I think to me.
No, yeah, this is probably one of the more closer categories, as in they're all like worthy nominees.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no throw-ins here. These guys all had terrible years.
Absolutely. No, I agree entirely. These guys had fucking whole career shot out the window
Yeah, well,
for some
bro,
of them.
Jonathan Majors was Kang. He was like the new actor that they
Yeah,
were
dude, he
pushing
was like the new
in all these
Chadwick,
movies.
dude.
Yeah.
He was. That's exactly what I compare him to. Is he was like the Jackie Robinson of, of 2024.
And then they just, that one woman, that whole shit dropped, and
Yeah,
next thing you know, he's not in any movies. He's no longer Kang. I still
I,
want him, like Marvel, bring him back, bro.
I agree. I think we need the Kang. Bring back
Yeah.
Kang. We gotta have a vote for that. We gotta see who wants Kang back because
Oh, Gladly bring him back.
Yeah, I do. I am going to mention a meme later about regarding him, and I don't know if you know which one it is, but it's going to be brought up later for the meme of the year. But who is your final pick? Who do you think had a worse year?
I would say Drake had a really tough year. You know, he got called a pedophile, and everybody thinks not that anybody really believes that, but it's just tough to be called that so many times
Of course,
across so many places.
of course.
Everybody's saying you're not that guy, pal. But for me, and because I love Kendrick so much, I would love to say Drake, but I think it's Diddy. Because
And
I just
that's
think you wake up one day and like your whole life changes, and that's the same for Drake. But at least Drake had like the opportunity to like respond.
defend himself.
Yeah, he could defend himself in that song and say like, "I'm not actually a pedophile. I would have got caught." But like Diddy, bro, woke up one day. Next thing you know, he can't throw the Diddy party anymore. He's just getting exposed for being like the warlord that he is,
Yeah.
for all that baby oil found in his house.
And Puff was running things, dude. That
Yeah,
was Puff. That was Puffy, dude. People
it
don't
was his.
realize that
It was his
he was
enterprise.
yeah, he was Puff Daddy. And a lot of people aren't appreciating the fact that he was running part of the game. And he was like not just a contender, but like he was a decision maker in the game.
Yeah,
So he I'm not gonna say that Diddy had the worst year. I think Drake's still being called a pedophile openly everywhere
yeah.
in front of all his peers is such a bad beat. So I think Drake took it, but I can understand where you're coming from
Oh
with
yeah.
Diddy. You know, coming from the top of a industry empire and
Just being on
absolutely
top
getting
for so
shuttled
long,
down.
clearly being like truly believing, like, bro, I'm
Dude,
on
and he
country.
fled. Didn't he flee to
Yeah,
like some
yeah.
islands?
I think he tried.
Yeah.
They
And
got him back.
yeah, no, he wasn't getting away with that. Diddy parties were too much, dude.
And but along with that, oh man, the people that just know, like the people who were at the parties and just know all the details and that haven't came out with it, like it's just crazy.
Yeah, dude, they're probably complicit in what was happening. So,
Yeah,
but regardless, I wasn't there, so I can't speak on what happened.
allegedly.
Oh, yeah, there's no documentation of me being there, so I'm not gonna say I was there. But yeah, there must have been wild shit going on, and God, how I wished I was there when it was acceptable.
Me too.
Just once, dude, just
Yeah,
to
bro.
know, just to know.
I think they may get him out for one day. Let him throw one more before he
I
goes away
think
for
they should
life.
throw either that or have a jail Diddy party.
He's probably having those.
Yeah, a Mandiddy party.
He's having real fun in there, bro.
I don't know, man. You invite Meek Mill, stuff happens.
Stuff happens, bro.
Yeah.
Get up.
Oh man, situate him rock.
Situated him rock. Honestly, Meek had a bad year just because of that stuff, bro. But not as
He
bad as these
did.
guys, but still a bad
Yeah,
look.
yeah, dude. I'm not sure if Kanye would be an honorable mention as well.
I think he's
I
going to
think,
lead this category in 2025.
yeah, 2025. I
I
think
think we could throw him on like the end of 2024. I don't even know if he was crashing
I
out or
don't
not, though.
I don't think he was
I
crashing
can't
out just
remember.
yet. I think there was like rumors of like him splitting up with his wife at the end of the year, but
Yeah,
I don't think that anything actually came of it or he was crashing out completely. He dropped Vultures 1 and Vultures 2
yeah,
last year. So were they both last year?
yeah. They both were last year,
Yeah. And that was phenomenal.
and I
Yeah.
saw that, and that's why I didn't throw him on there
Yeah.
because
No,
I
he
think it's yeah, no, I think it's 2025 is going to be. He might lead the charge.
dropped Bully. That's all I
Yeah,
have to
hey,
say.
hell yeah, drop it, yeah. Still got a fan of me. Don't always support what you're saying, but I know you're like mentally ill. So what can I
Yeah,
do?
exactly. Do nothing but watch.
Hey, bro, he made graduation.
He did at the end of the day, man. The other day he was talking about how he fucking hates My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy on Twitter.
Yeah,
And as somebody who thinks that's probably his best album,
yeah.
it hurts. It
He's a
hurts.
nut. He's a nut, bro.
It hurts. But to each their own. Can't please everyone.
Yeah.
Um, next category we have here is a good one. The best meme of the year.
There's
So
a
this
lot
one
out there. There's a lot of good memes, bro.
there was
Twitter
there was
Twitter outdoes themselves every day. It's crazy.
No, there was oh my god, there was so many good. Like every month there was something new that was just
Oh
banging for
yeah,
the next four
every month.
weeks, and it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Dude, the internet, TikTok, and Twitter just absolutely carry. So let me go down the list here from what we got. We got the chill guy meme.
Took over late 2024.
Yeah, it had an impact. I don't think there was a single person that didn't post it on their story.
Hey, bro, I'm just a chill guy, dog.
Yeah, and then they transformed into like I'm just a chill girl, and then like I'm
Yeah,
just whatever, and it took over. So definitely a good contender here. Earned its bout on the list. Next one, I understand it now. This guy,
it's probably my personal favorite.
he absolutely understood it. He absolutely understood it. He had some dude like the one where he's shooting the ball with like the spikes all poking
Yeah,
out and
yeah,
that, and then he shot through like a windmill, and like, you can't just do that, or a gummy bear in a water bottle. This
yeah, bro.
this isn't regular
He's
stuff that he just under like. It's not him hitting Curry threes back to back to back. No, he's outdoing himself. He's not even playing basketball anymore. He's just he's just doing shots for the love of the game.
chest not checkers, bro.
So
I understand it now.
yeah, and then the amount of times where we were playing 2K and someone just
Yeah,
yells,
nah,
"I understand it now."
yeah.
It
It
was
means more to
comical.
me.
Yeah,
It's so
so
funny.
it has a special place in my heart, I will say. Next one on the list, we got the Riz face,
Shout out to Rizla.
Rizzler. Yeah, not much to say there other than that this guy just absolutely took over
He's
and was
taking over the world, bro.
everywhere. He was everywhere, and like you couldn't escape him, dude. He was doing collabs with everyone.
Yeah,
So definitely a big one. Shout out to Mewing. So I definitely
yeah,
fuck with that one. Um, the Green FN, Peter Griffin,
yeah.
uh, took over on the 2K nights, took over on the FIFA nights. It was just absolute, just monstrosities going
Yep.
on everywhere.
Earlier
So
2024.
yeah, that one was a good start to the year. That one was a phenomenal start to the year. So I definitely enjoyed that one, and then all the variations of people hitting it in real life as well.
Yeah,
So I fucked with that one heavy. After that, the LeBron "You Are My Sunshine" memes, those were
LeBron,
bangers.
you are my sunshine.
Yeah, that was oh man, anything with LeBron
And I
is a
was just saying
contender.
that continues to pay dividends today. All the LeBron memes.
Yeah, dude. Well, they got like the LeBron songs now, like all
Yeah,
the, like I heard like "Hey There Delilah," but like a LeBron version the other
I'll
day.
literally hear every version of every song, just with LeBron in it.
Yeah, and I fuck with it. I love it, dude. I love hearing some LeBron covers.
Facts, bro.
Yeah, LeBron's always gonna hit. Then after that, we got the What the Sigma.
What the signal?
Just I'd consider this with like the whole brain rot category,
Yeah,
like the What the Sigma, the what are the other ones? Just anything brain rot. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. But just like all the stupid crash out and and dumb fucking what's it called brain rot terms like the skibbity toilet.
word.
Yeah, so I grouped that together with
Yeah,
skibbity, and so I definitely think we know some gentlemen that use this too much and
yeah.
got carried away.
The brain rot, bro.
Yeah, and it's aptly named because it is exactly that brain rot, dude. Like
Your
you
brain is
just can't
rotten.
escape it. You can't escape it, and it makes no sense.
Yeah,
But somehow it's funny. So that's gotta hold something there for me. And then we got Mood Deng in there,
yeah.
and then was he the
That,
hippo?
I was gonna say, yeah, hippo. I was gonna say, is he
Okay,
turtle? Nah, the hippo guy.
I know
Yeah,
around the same time as Mood Deng, there was also the penguin that was born.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
Same.
remember the penguin's name, but there was a penguin that was like absolutely massive
Yeah,
that was born around the same time. And I fucked with Mood Deng. I thought he was chill. I thought he
yeah.
had something going. I haven't heard any updates recently. Hope he's all right. Shout out Moo.
I
But
just know fucking T Rod used to always post these Modang memes and put them in the chat. So I was just
it
like
was
this.
yeah, no, it was everywhere, dude. Absolutely everywhere. And then I think I had one more. The surprise LeBrons or surprise runaways, like the surprise
Yeah,
TikToks. Those were just absolute like insanity for me. Like when I would just see a clip of like Grey's Anatomy or something, and like I'm actually invested in the story of like how they're gonna save this person's life, and then they say something that is matches up with a lyric in
Yeah,
Runaway, and I
bro.
get Kanye'd immediately. I think that was a phenomenal time. I definitely enjoyed that, and I was spreading the misinformation from these clips. I was leaving everybody unsatisfied, sending you these clips of shows and not finding the result of what would happen just because he would get Kanye.
There's literally so many of those edits, bro.
No, yeah, there's too many, but it's phenomenal. I love it.
No, they're so
Absolutely love
funny. They're so creative, bro.
it.
Literally, they'll pull anything out of anywhere.
Yeah, and then that, and then like the flight just yelling
Yeah.
LeBron, and then just a LeBron dunking at it, and it's absolute hilarity. Um, do you have your pick? Do you know who you choose for meme of the year?
For me, the meme of the year, there's a lot of good ones, and they continue to keep coming out. And so, got to make a good list this year of just good memes. Got
Yeah,
to get
no, I think we
take.
got to start docking it now.
Yeah, for 2025. But my meme of the year is I understand it now. It's just it hits too home for me. Just how many times I've said it and heard people say it. It's just, bro,
Yeah,
I understand it now.
no, yeah, I can definitely see where it's coming from. I think it's a very valid point. I think we've heard it almost too many times. You know, that's how I see it. I think to me it got overused, but I mean that's just the nature of memes. It just gets it's funny until it's not. But for me, I was actually a real big fan of the what's it called, the Green FN.
Yeah, the Peter
I
Griffin, bro.
I went and it's along the same lines where it's just you could put it into any situation
Yeah,
that turns out well. You just throw the Green FN in the chat, and
100%.
everybody understands that
Yeah, no, yeah,
took a
everybody
shot and we made
understands.
it. Yeah,
Facts.
took a shot and we made it. That's how I live my life, dude. I took a
Hell yeah,
shot.
bro.
Either I make it or I don't. If I do, you're getting the Green FN.
Hell yeah.
um, do you want to go on to the next category? I'm not sure if you have it pulled up.
No, yeah, I got it all. I got it all pulled up. So we enter the breakout, I guess, person of the year.
Oh
So
yeah,
not just defined to one person, could be a group of people, and that's the first nominee. It's the Costco family, the Costco guys. They took over TikTok. Don't hear much from them anymore, but
yeah. Shout out Big AJ
yeah,
and
Big AJ and Big Justice and the whole
yeah.
fam. Um,
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we should throw Jersey Joe on there, but you know, fuck it. He's kind of a local
I
legend, so we'll throw some
yeah.
Jersey
I was gonna
Joe.
say it's all Jersey people.
Yeah, and the Rizzler, we got to throw him on there. I think he's just even greater than the Costco family
Yeah,
altogether.
dude. He
He
I mean
just
he's
threw the
done like
first pitch
this.
out of the Met game.
Yeah, and he did the streams with like the Los
Yeah,
Pollos guys,
yeah,
and that was absolutely hilarious. They were talking. I think he asked like what. I forgot what he said something stupid that he shouldn't have said. Like what is gooning or some shit like that.
it's
And
crazy
and yeah, they gave him the eyes, dude. Of like, you dude, you're 11 years old.
for real. And then along with that, we got Luigi, the guy who shot the CEO.
Shout out Luigi.
I don't know if he's. We haven't heard much from him in a minute, but for that week that he shot the guy, or you know, 1 to 2 weeks, he took over the world.
They gave him the mean old perp walk. I remember
Yeah,
that. That one was a crazy time when they had him like they pulled him off like the helicopter or something, and they perp walked him with like
yeah,
40 officers, and
yeah,
it was all televised.
yeah. But I still see occasionally on Twitter his mugshot.
Yeah, every
Luigi.
now and then it pops up, dude. I mean, and then when he got to shape up in jail and he showed up
Yeah,
to court
yeah,
looking good,
yeah. The women be
aura.
loving him for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I can understand it, dude. The guy, killed someone and now he's on trial and he's being almost like put in a light.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
so,
It's like
aura,
it's like
only
a hero
comparable to
for doing
OJ.
a hero for doing a bad thing. Literally, OJ. But
Yeah,
along with that, we got the Hawk Tuah girl. She won't win, but for a minute, she broke out into a celebrity.
she did. She did. And then she disappeared.
Yeah, she has
She
certainly
went, she went
disappeared in
ghost.
25.
She went ghost. She
Don't
got her bag and she went ghost.
don't invest in meme coins, kids. We got Sketch, Shabuzi. I put the Rizzo already. Tate McRae. She's taking over the women's world. Chappell Roan. I don't know if that's how you said it, but
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
how I. And then Glorilla.
Glorilla. Fuck with her accent heavy.
Yeah, no, I love the accent.
Her accent is what is this from Memphis?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
It's down
I fuck
south
with
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
fuck
no,
with it
it's
heavy.
it's awesome.
It awakened something in me that I didn't know was
It's
asleep.
funny, man. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, no, the news feed. She's got
Jeez.
it, dude. She's got it.
I didn't know words were pronounced like that, so it's
Yeah,
crazy.
but it works, dude. She's got me on the hook. I'll say that.
She got good music too.
Yeah, decent music. Listen to maybe 2 songs. That's
No,
all I
I'm
need to
not.
know.
I'm saying I don't listen to it, but whenever I hear it, I'm like, it's a decent enough song.
Yeah, it's not an instant skip. There's some people you instant skip. You don't instant
Yeah,
skip Glorilla.
yeah.
So I do fuck with that. Let me see. Did you have a contender that you wanted to speak on, or
Totally forgot. I guess I'll just name a couple shit. Shabuzi, that song is really good, but that's like the only song he's got. Um, Tate McRae, I don't know enough about. I don't listen to her music. I just know
she's
people
dating the
like
kid
her.
Leroy?
I didn't know that, so good for her. Shout out
Good
Leroy.
for him.
Him too, bro. Chapel Roan is crazy because Pink Pony Club came out in 2020, but for some reason it blew up in 2024.
It's because she had another song blow up first. The Hot to Go, that one
Yeah,
blew up
yeah, yeah.
first, and then I guess her past discography started blowing up afterwards.
Yeah, it didn't really make much sense to me, but she definitely blew up, and it's a really good song.
And
I've been many places, but the Pink Pony Club comes on, and it's mayhem.
yeah, I know a few guys that absolutely love that song, and not only do they listen to it very attentively, but they request it. So
Yeah, I know a couple of people like
it
that
speaks
too.
to levels. Speaks to
Yeah,
levels. She's I don't know if this is a hot take or not. She's a pretty good looking girl.
she looks all right.
Pretty good looking.
I won't throw it out there. She doesn't look terrible. I don't want to be rude, but I don't know. I think there's better out there.
Oh, for sure. But I think she's up my alley.
Good.
So that's
Shoot her a
just putting that
DM.
out there.
Shoot her a DM.
You never know. You never know. Maybe she'll
Uh,
answer.
yeah. This one is tough for me because I didn't really come in with like a preconceived notion of who I wanted to pick, so we're kind of
Yeah.
doing this on the fly. I was about to say the Rizzler, but Chapel Rowan's now really caught my mind. Can't forget Sketch because he really early 2024 was huge.
Oh yeah.
But I'll go with the Rizzler because he just I don't know. It's tough, but yeah, I'll go with
No,
the Rizzler.
that's a decent answer. I do like that answer. He was definitely top two for me. Um, fuck with the Rizzler. I think when it comes to who had the like the best breakout year and like popped off the most, I think unfortunately
It's
the
like a
Costco
meme
guys,
answer.
yeah, the Costco guys took over last year.
Yeah, you're right. It's a better pick.
They dropped off the songs. It was just
They
absolute
blew up.
madness.
Absolutely blew up.
Booms, dude. I don't think I think there was like a week straight where this guy
Yeah.
was coming into work every day, just dropping booms on me
Hell yeah, bro.
at 9:30 in the morning. What are you on? Dropping booms at 9:30 in the morning.
Oh
But
yeah.
that's what the family did. Shout out Big Justice.
But I will say this though, but the Rizzler is like I just think he's bigger than the family now. Like he
I
needed
think
the family
now
to get
he
where he
is.
was,
Yeah, I think now
but
he's
he's
bigger for sure.
that
I
trajectory.
think, but yeah, if you like, Costco guys were coming up, and then they just out of nowhere shot up.
Yeah,
Rizzler had a regular incline.
yeah.
Best way I could explain how I
I
see
don't know
what's
if his
going on.
peak was the same as the Costco guy's peak, but we don't even hear from the Costco guys no more. But I still see the Rizzler on my timeline.
Yeah, you see, that's that longevity versus 5 seconds
Yeah,
of fame.
yeah. Facts.
So, I mean, the Costco guys, they were doing like wrestling. His dad's like a wrestler, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Were they on WWE?
Nah, they were on a secondary promotion, AEW.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But
That's
the
what it
Rizzler
was.
was there too. He walked out,
Well, yeah, he's always gonna be there.
but big AJ wasn't in the ring,
Yeah, that's what it
which
was.
is
Yep.
crazy.
And then I think one of the funnier moments was when the Big Justice called the Rizzler by his name, and you seen
Yeah,
that clip,
yeah.
and the Rizzler's just like looking like, why would you do that? Yeah, that's one of my favorite moments of last year. I will say that's a big one. It was just like when he called him by the government.
Can't be doing that, bro.
Yeah, you can't. You can't, dude. You're big. You're big justice.
You're Big Justice. He's the Rizzler, dog.
Yeah, stick to it. That was a professionalism. Yeah. So my vote goes to the Costco family.
No,
I think
it's good. I actually kind of like that answer even more, but I just like the Rizzler more than those guys.
that's fair. That's a fair thing to say. I don't disagree. Um, so next category we got heroes of the year.
Yeah, bro. Inspiring.
So this one
Inspiring the
is
youth,
interesting to
pushing
me.
the culture forward.
This one's
Only
interesting to
nominees
me.
I can think of too. It's just always
Yeah,
interject.
I mean, I have one that I want to drop in there too.
Word.
But you got Vitali, who had a great year when it
Shout
came
out
to
like Tally, bro.
the pedophile busting.
Yeah.
So I fuck with that. Shout out
Catch a
Vitali.
predator.
Yeah, good shit. It was hilarious. In 2025, it's gotten out of hand. We're like, have you seen these
Yeah.
guys are like beating up people who were like underage? And
Yeah,
they're
no,
like, dude, I'm
I've
meeting a
seen that.
13-year-old because I'm like 15. And then now they're just assaulting these kids.
Yeah,
But
it's
Vitaly had Akon on the
I was
stream.
gonna say the
the,
Akon
the
was
locked out moment was
unbelievable.
that was peak, dude. That was peak to catch a predator.
He's had some good ones on, man.
No, yeah, that was definitely a big one. And we also got Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat had a great year, dude. Shout out Kai Cenat. He had some phenomenal moments when he was
I was
doing
just
those
gonna
like
say, bro,
24-hour
like
streams.
those 24-hour streams, but the speeches at the end.
Yeah, when he's
Where
about to.
he plays that TikTok inspirational music, and then he just
Yeah,
has whatever guy on give you the speech. I just thought those were feel good moments all the
no,
time, especially
definitely
the John
agree.
Cena one.
The John Cena. I was gonna bring that up. The John Cena one was massive. And then John
Yeah,
Cena sitting on the Nicki Minaj throne. That was
yeah,
also a hell of a moment last year. Um, do want to make sure that we do mention someone who had a great year. I think one of my personal heroes, not necessarily by what he's done, but what he's produced.
yeah.
And fuck, what's his name? The guy that dropped the albums with Kanye. His name's Ty Dolla Sign.
I would say Ty Dolla Sign.
Yeah, Ty Dolla Sign. I think he had a great year. One of my personal heroes. Dropped some of my favorite songs last year because of him. So 530, phenomenal song.
Yeah, you love that song.
Love it. Some would say too much. I say just enough.
Yeah, I say too much, but
But yeah, that's who I'm submitting for, and I think for me it's Ty Dolla Sign.
yeah. I guess it's up for interpretation, but I wouldn't call Ty Dolla Sign a hero of 2024. But I guess maybe for
So
you he
my
was.
my thing is I call him a hero because he got Kanye to drop again.
Actually, that makes sense then. That checks out.
The collaboration of Vultures got him to drop again, so that's where I see it as my hero.
Oh, that's good. That's I actually like that answer. But I
Threw you a
gotta go.
curveball. Threw you a curveball.
Yeah, you did. I was wondering who you were gonna say. I didn't think it was gonna be Ty Dolla Sign, so that was good. For me, it's gotta be Kai Cenat.
Really?
Just yeah. I just think he's inspiring the youth.
Yeah. No, I
And
get it, dude. Speed had
pushing
a
it.
great year last year with
Yeah,
all the stuff he did internationally and everything.
yeah.
Speed had a phenomenal time last year. So
Just speed.
Kai Cenat's just on another level, dude.
He is. He's just a superstar.
Yeah,
I don't know. He be going on different shows and stuff now too.
yeah.
It's
Him
big.
and
Like he
then
was
like
on First Take.
that and like the Ray stuff, the
Yeah,
Asian kid.
yeah. Well, yeah, he brought Ray to America.
Yeah, no, I respect that. That was a great time, great vibes.
He's
Brought Ray to
hilarious,
America.
and he does some good stuff, Kai.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'll go
hundred
with him.
percent, hundred
Yeah.
percent. I can agree. I can definitely agree.
Hero.
um, next category is leave them in 2024.
And of course, if you got
Who?
any other names?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go through the list, and if something comes to mind, I'll let you know. So first one we got Neon. It's funny we're doing this in April because they either already left or at this point
Yeah,
it's just.
yeah.
But
They're gone.
yeah, Jack Doherty, and then we also have Hawk Tua and Kanye.
I had to throw Kanye on there just because
No,
he's on.
it's understandable. It's very
Because
understandable.
we're in April, and we
Yeah,
all know what has gone on thus far.
yeah. No, I agree. Trying to think of any other contenders in my brain.
But I would just say this: I think not Kanye. I would still bring him, but I think the rest of them are like to me pretty much gone. You'll see some Neon a little bit on the timeline. but
You know
Tua's disappeared.
You know who's really been pissing me off?
Oh,
And I used to enjoy his stuff. Jinxie.
yeah, his same,
I feel like
same,
it's gotten to the same thing
same
every
vibe.
single time. Same exact thing every time. He's not elevating his game.
Yeah,
He's
it's the same vibe
plateauing.
from all
He's
these guys.
plateauing.
So
And
basically, just these mid-level streamers. Just
yeah,
we're leaving them.
yeah. Trying to think of anybody else that had a shit year. Mike Tyson, I think we leave the fame of Mike Tyson behind, but let him live his life. The man is too old to be going back in the ring.
I mean, yes, don't put him in the ring, but he could stay like in the
I think he should stay out of the
cultural
limelight.
phenomenon. I think he's not. I don't think so.
That's my 2 cents on the matter. I personally know who I want to leave. I wanna leave Neon. Fuck Neon. This shit is so annoying, dude. I hate watching his clips, dude. It's probably like the worst, like most unentertaining things ever.
I like. It's a good answer. That's why he's on the list. He was number one on the list because he's the first person that came to mind for me. Was like I just hate seeing him on my timeline, but I don't watch his stuff, so maybe he has fans. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
I guess
know.
possibly, but
I don't
for
know
me,
anybody that's like throw that Neon stream on.
yeah, me either. But he's in the limelight, so for whatever reason.
The brain rot kids, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But for me, it's she's already gone, but Hawk to her, she could stay in 24.
It's a respectable answer.
She didn't really do anything. Didn't even drop an OnlyFans. Like you said, you're gonna spit on that thing, and you didn't really
we can't.
capitalize.
Yeah, no.
You dropped
Now that
the
I think
Talk
about
to
it,
a podcast, but like nobody's listening to that. What do? You
no,
got
now that I
famous
think
for
about it,
being.
she really
You got
pissed me off.
famous. She got famous for like going to Nashville.
Yeah,
So
pretty
many
much.
people go to Nashville and don't get famous, and they got interviewed. The interviewer's not even famous. She got famous.
It's a great point. Her fame should have gone to the interviewer.
Yeah.
That would have been. We probably would have got better quality product out of it than her.
Like fucking
And the
spit on
meme
that
point
thing.
and talk to her.
But
And yeah, no. You bring up a great point that she got famous for the whole Haktua spit on that thing
yes.
and didn't start an OnlyFans.
No, yeah. I think
That's a great point.
if she was spitting on that thing, I think she would have made unbelievable amount of money. I think she already did, but
no, I think she would have been like generationally wealthy if she used that to launch an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
All you needed was one video. Just
literally.
15 minutes of your time and clip it into like 15 different 1 minute segments. And you're golden.
And
Sell
honestly,
each for like $20. 1 million people will buy each of them.
yeah, 100%. And in the video, it actually like you could think she looks good, but then when you look at her on the podcast, she looks like not horrible.
Yeah, she doesn't look good.
She doesn't look good. She needs the makeup.
She looked great on the streets of Nashville at the low light of midnight.
Yeah.
But you put her in front of a spotlight and a camera, apparently something else happens.
Yeah.
So.
But plus, she like disappeared because I don't know, she was getting like sued because she dropped the scam meme coin.
Yeah.
And people actually bought it. Come on, guys, we got to be better than buying the top.
And they got rug pulled. Yeah. Non-regulated money, dude. Get fucked. I don't feel bad for those guys. Who's buying Hawk to a coin?
I don't either, but some people are.
Yeah, you deserve what you got.
Yeah, 100%.
But also, scumbag for her rug pulling and taking the money. Nobody wins.
100%.
Nobody wins.
Nobody wins.
Yeah.
But we're leaving them. And we're leaving Neon.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. And before we get to the internet, like the slang word, I think we throw in the Latin person of the year, bro.
Yeah, no, we got some great contenders. Bad
They're
Bunny
all great.
had a great year. Bad Bunny had a great
great.
album. Shout out Benito. I forgot who he's dating now. He's dating somebody, isn't he? Some fucking famous chick. Was he dating Kylie Jenner last year? Yeah.
I was gonna say, I believe he was dating one of the Jenners.
I think he was dating Kendall. No, yeah, you're right. Kendall. It was Kendall. It wasn't Kylie.
No, yeah.
Chalamet was Kylie. One. Yeah, no, he was dating.
He still might be, but it always confuses me because he doesn't speak English.
Yeah, that's my problem with him. Is you can't be doing this.
They got a translator at all times.
Like I get it, dude. You're king of the Latin scene right now, or you were for a period last year, and
nah, bro, he's the king.
Just because you can pull Kendall doesn't mean you have to.
King. He's the king, and he has to because he can.
No, he doesn't have to. Just because you can. We all knew he could pull if he wanted to.
He can pull whatever he
He
wants.
he had no reason to prove
He
that
has it all.
he has a language barrier with. You think I'm pulling a Croatian chick who?
You know the women love the accents. I mean, yeah, the women love the accents, but he
It's
can't even
true.
like. I don't even know. He speaks like not much English.
But his newest album was all about how he loves his island and he wants to stick to his roots. And he's here dating an Armenian woman.
Yeah, a lot of people have like they point the flaws in what he does because he was in a
Yeah.
beef with Carol G, and they all say the same thing. Like, bro, you date a
He
white girl.
turned on the culture, yeah. But
Yeah, bro.
also, as a Hispanic
Nah,
man who loves white women, I can't blame him.
okay,
It's in
I
my
get it.
nature. It's in his
Hey,
nature.
Bunny, I get it too, bro.
I feel you, Benito. I feel you. I can hate on you for pulling, but I can't hate on the fact that you can pull.
There you go.
That's
Hell yeah.
that's the bar of the day. Let me see. Latin Kings of the Year. Who else did we have? Or is this just Latin
Queen. We
person?
gotta throw Carol G on there. It's
Oh, this
I guess we'll
Carol
put Latin
G.
personality of the year.
Yeah, Carol G. Definitely on the list. She had some songs that are on repeat. I don't
She's
even know.
beloved, man.
Yeah, she's deep in the scenes, and then she had like a Starbucks collab or something
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Right?
And she was also on SNL.
She was. Yeah,
She wasn't a
forgot,
host, but she was on
forgot
there.
about that. I want to throw out Shakira. Shakira also had a year.
Big comeback.
She dropped some songs. Post divorce Shakira. I fuck with the vibes.
Yeah.
She could definitely find another husband if she's looking for one. Send her my way.
He's in Chicago right
Yeah, Shakira, you know where I'm at.
now.
And then, do you have any other nominees? I have one other, but I think we both know who it is.
Yeah, I do. But we'll throw Selena Gomez on there. 'Cause she also kind of had a mini comeback, but it's also because like people just like bring up the fact that Benny Blanco's ugly, and that's kind of
Yeah.
the comeback to me. It was just she's back in the limelight, but just for dating Benny
In recent
Blanco.
news, Justin Bieber was crashing out. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that. I also saw a
He was
video of him today looking at the paparazzi, and he looked menacing, bro.
he was he was crashing out, posting on his story. I think he was like on a live stream or something. He played a song called like "Fuck Benny" or some shit like that,
Yo,
and then
that
he
is
was dropping the
crazy.
stories about like fucking his ex girlfriend or something, dropping subs. So Justin Bieber, I rock with you, dude. If my
I
ex
do
got
too.
with a dude that was Benny Blanco esque, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
Because now
I
it
guess
makes me look like a shitter
it
for
is a
pulling
bad
her.
thing to do. When he did it Selena Gomez when? Very long time ago.
Long time ago, bro. I think they probably broke up like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Like they were teenagers.
I was gonna say I remember them like really young together.
Yeah, yeah. Like they started off as teenagers, and I think they dated for like
So like
5 years or something until they were like 18 or 20.
5 years and then Benny's your boy and he's taking her. Nah, fuck Benny, bro.
Oh, I forgot about that. Benny was his boy. They were like making music together, and they were like
Yeah.
actually boys. Yeah, no, fuck Benny, dude. You guys just a scumbag.
I didn't know how long they dated. I didn't think it was that long. But I see it now.
Yeah, no, that's fucked.
And now he's marrying her.
Yeah, no, I would have crashed out. I would have definitely
Yeah.
crashed out. Fuck. Yeah, no. Justin, I rock
I
with you,
was saying,
King.
put yourself in those shoes, yeah. We did do
Yeah.
music, JP.
I probably would have done worse, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I don't want to bring violence into this, but the switch might have been upped.
Damn.
If like let's put it in this circumstance. You and me, we're making a podcast together, we're making art. Same as Benny
Yeah.
and Justin were. You get out my
Facts.
ex and you end up marrying her. I'm sorry, Reyes. You know it would
Same
be
goes.
coming. You know it would be coming.
Word. Where heck, no taking, bro. No taking.
That's just ball, unfortunately.
Facts. No, you're
Yeah.
spitting facts. I can't hate.
Trying to think if there's any other big Latin artist. I don't think anybody else major really dropped last year. Did
No,
anything outrageous?
nothing that comes to my mind except for one man.
We know who he is. Phenomenal guy. Probably one of my most listened to artists in the past 12 months. And usually I'm not like a Spanish music kind of guy. This guy has
Me
swung me
too,
in
honestly.
this opposite direction to the point where,
I'm on a heater of Spanish music right now.
yeah, no, I think these past like 6 to 8 months we've been on like a blender of just
Yeah.
absolutely smashing the Spanish music, even with our non-Spanish boys.
Yeah.
And it's been phenomenal vibes. I'm not gonna lie. I literally feel like I'm on an island all the time, and I
That's the
need to
only
go
way
to
to
the
feel.
island, dude. I need to go to PR.
Let's go, bro. This summer. Let's
I'm
book
down.
it.
I'm very down, dude.
Let's
Very
book it.
down.
We'll talk
I'm.
details post pod, but I was actually gonna bring it up to you. I forgot to say it pre-show.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was gonna say I see so many clips. I need to go to the island.
Yeah, dude. That's your motherland.
It is. I gotta go.
Yeah, we need Big O to send the spots. That's what we need. I know he knows the spots.
Thanks.
But yeah, no, the one and only. I think my king of the Latin scene in the past year, Raul Alejandro. He's the man. His album that he dropped was absolutely phenomenal, cover to cover.
Yeah.
Play it every single day. His
He's
concert, his
phenomenal.
tour is going on right now, and I'm
Yeah.
sick that I'm not going to be in town in Chicago for when he performs. But
When is he performing in Chicago?
I think it's like the first week of May, if I'm not
Damn,
mistaken, like
that
when I'm
sucks.
gone.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah. So it's absolutely awful timing, but hey, man, he's doing what he's got to do. So I respect it. His
Yeah,
music has been absolutely popping off. I'm a big fan, and I don't think there's been a day in the past like 4 months that I haven't listened to a Rose song.
he is.
You know,
He's special. And
yeah.
I got the beard right now, but he's inspiring the new look to go to the goatee this
Oh yeah.
summer just because he's got one himself. So
Oh yeah, coming very soon. Coming very
coming
soon.
very soon.
Yeah,
I almost pulled the trigger the other day, but I couldn't do it. I said I've got 2 more weeks with the beard, and then we'll go from there.
then we're locking in. Yeah, no, I
Oh yeah,
wholeheartedly agree. I think the goatee is a summer look. I think for somebody like myself who can't grow a beard, it's a year-long
yeah,
look.
yeah.
Uh, but I definitely support the decision.
Although
You being a Hispanic king yourself,
it feels like I have to.
it's you're due. You're due for at least one period of your life to
Yeah.
rock the goatee. It's a rite of passage. So so I definitely support it. I've been telling you to do it for a while, so
Yeah.
you got my support.
And so yeah, his album was the biggest of the year, and I just think I don't know. He's held my timeline so much now that I just think he's the only. He's in 2025. It's going to be Bad Money because of that answer, because of that album. But the
Yeah,
2024 album that Road dropped was
phenomenal work.
it defined the 2024 year for the Hispanics. So he's
Oh
the
yeah,
only winner
I
in
think
my
Hispanics
eyes.
are making a comeback. Low key, I think Benito and Raul are putting us in a great spot this upcoming
Yeah,
year. So I
they're
definitely appreciate the seeds that they
superstars.
planted for letting me reap the rewards.
Hell yeah! Nah, I feel that. Me too.
Hell yeah, God bless them. God
Hell
bless
yeah.
them for sure. Yeah, that was a fucking phenomenal category. I love that one.
Yeah, that one was for us, bro.
Yeah, no, that one people don't care about it, but we
Yeah,
do.
yeah, nah, but we do.
Next category that we have internet slang word of the year.
Yeah, and this can
This is
go
a
a
good
bunch of
one.
ways.
There's a bunch of really good ones here. First one we got here is brain rot, and that one is still sticking. Brain rot is
Yeah, it
very
sticks.
prevalent, very prevalent. And next up we got no diddy. This one might be one of the
That's a
most
Diddy.
used ones for me,
Yeah, no Diddy.
and it's not just meme, but also just absolute hilarity.
Yeah, yeah,
You go to a
100%.
function, you say something or so whatever, you're hanging out with your boys, you got to drop the no diddy. Absolutely changed the game. I had a 50-year-old
Absolutely.
guy at my old job or previous location who was saying no diddy all the time. So definitely made waves. Definitely made waves. Unk, Unk was a big one.
Uncle's used a lot.
I was gonna say Unk might
Even for
be.
people,
It's like it became normalized to use it all the
yeah,
time. Like the other ones were like slang that like you kind of like thought about a
yeah.
little bit. This is just instinct. Just instinct. And I
I
was
think
actually called Unk today,
I was saying the young people call us Unc now.
and it's preposterous to call a
I'm just
23
like,
year
bro,
old
I'm not
Unk.
even old. Yeah,
Yeah, preposterous. And I was called
yeah.
Unk today. I was pissed. This girl was 22, calling me Unk.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm not calling you nephew.
Yeah,
Right?
thanks, yo.
That's Crash Out made waves in
Crash out's
2024.
good. I use it.
Crash Out, yeah, it's
Stop motherfucking
absolutely
crashing out.
yeah, and it's quite possibly one of the most aptly created like slang terms of the year. a crash out. When you're crashing out, it's just it fits so many scenarios, fits so many different lines of work from seeing famous people crash out,
Yeah.
you crashing out yourself, or you feeling the crash out coming. So definitely a great one. We got Aura as well. Aura is on the list. Definitely. I know a
Aura is
few
often
gentlemen
used.
that yeah, I know a few gentlemen that bring this up almost too often. And it's pretty fucking funny when I hear it. Hear somebody talking about aura, talking about negative aura or you have no aura. It's comical. It's hilarious. And it almost has like its own lore for aura.
Having no aura is crazy. I have seen a couple
Yeah,
of people enter functions with minimal aura, and you're just like, damn, he's got no aura, bro. It's bad
100% agree.
beats. Bad
I think
beats, dude.
I think the day that I saw the most or the least amount of aura, like per individual, might have been like Thanksgiving, like Blackout Wednesday last year,
Yep,
when
checks
we
out.
saw everybody
A lot
together.
of no aura bulls.
Yeah, a lot of no aura bulls pulling up to the function,
Yeah.
and it was an insane sight to see. So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. And
That's
next
comedy.
up, we got Riz. Riz made waves, and
Riz
it's
is used
the
often.
it's yeah, and I don't know if it's maybe just because of our age, a lot of us are single, so we do talk about Riz a lot,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it's
It's
definitely
made
something that's
made
regular
waves.
in the vocabulary. Yeah, definitely made
100%.
its way regular into the vocabulary. Next ones are a little iffy for me, but we got It's Giving. That one,
I don't
not
use it often, but it had a big year.
it's yeah, no, I was gonna say I definitely saw it everywhere. Wasn't a
Yeah,
user of the phrase, but
yeah.
definitely saw it everywhere. So for me, it's iffy simply because I couldn't find the place for myself to use
I've used it once or twice. Regretted it a bunch of times.
it.
Each time it's used, it's regretted.
No, I don't doubt it, dude. I don't doubt it. After that, we got Mid. Mid definitely
Mid.
made waves. Yeah,
It's a good word.
just describing an event, a character, a person, an activity,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
even just the like giving an idea for a function and saying, no, that place is mid. So definitely was used very often. Definitely also regular in the vocabulary. Slay was in there.
I don't use it. You don't use it, but the women love it.
Yeah, absolutely
And
agree. I think especially with like all like those pop artists that were coming out with like
yeah,
Sabrina, Chaperone, and everything.
slay, brother.
Slay was definitely out there.
Not
Um,
gonna lie with you. People have donned the nickname on me. Slay Ray.
Slay Ray.
I hear it
Oh,
occasionally, and I don't love to hear it, but fuck it, I'll own it.
I was gonna say sometimes nicknames aren't give or you don't give yourself a nickname.
Yeah.
Present it to you.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you Slay Ray.
I don't love it, bro, but I hear it.
Yeah. No. Often enough for it to stick is might be a problem, but we'll talk
Just
about
from certain people, not from everybody, bro. Just from certain people.
I have a few names that come to mind. Um, you also have Down Bad.
Yeah.
Down Bad is definitely
Down
on
bad,
there.
good year.
Down
Good year
Bad,
for
I think,
down
had a
bad.
phenomenal year just because there were so many people that were down bad and it became so applicable.
Yeah.
I think
Down bad,
definitely
bro.
had a
Yeah, for
great year.
sure.
So I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of the Down Bad. For me personally, it's definitely a close race. There's a couple good ones that I think had like burned bright, but burned for a
Yeah.
short period of time. Like No Diddy, I think it had a phenomenal moment. Unfortunately, just didn't have the longevity to take it to the finish line, in my opinion. What I would say I think did win for me, Crash Out,
Good.
simply because
Good.
I've seen so many crash outs and I've crashed out myself,
Yeah, I feel you.
and
We all do.
yeah, and hearing the crash out stories, and then now referencing prior stories of me not knowing at the time that I was crashing out, but me now looking back, seeing that I did crash out, definitely affected the score. So I fuck with Crash Out.
Word. My word. I thought you were gonna go a different way, so kind of threw me for a loop with the crash out, but it's a good word. Sometimes you got to be crashing out. For me, it's brain
Necessary.
rot and all
Really?
the terms that come with it, bro. Skibbity toilet and
Uh,
all that.
yeah.
I just think it has to be because It's just I don't know how I believe it's now in the dictionary and stuff. Just
Really?
it has a definition of just its own, bro. Just the TikTok universe is just these words are crazy.
Yeah, no, I think the TikTok
It's the fact that we
multiverse.
all know
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Phantom
Yeah.
tax. Like,
Yeah.
bro, it's these, yeah. It's these brain rot terms, bro. It's just it's like it's just it was the word it defined 2024.
No, yeah. And then there was also like the trend of the like the people making like their dads like famous people read
Yeah,
the brain rot term,
yeah.
and like
Yeah, the
they don't
brain
know
rot
how
term
to
challenge.
pronounce it, they don't know what it means, but we're all just laughing because we know what this dumbass
Exactly.
word means. Definitely stood its ground. So respectable choice, I'd say. But I think
Like
crap.
I don't use it, like or any of the words that people say in it,
Yeah.
but to me, I see it very often enough that I think it has to be.
No, 100% agree. I think it's definitely something that comes up way too often. And to be fair, some of these other ones, like the green FN and stuff, that's considered brain rot.
Yeah, it's the
So,
memes, man.
so yeah, I think it's just the over overexposure of memes that
Yeah,
all add
100%.
up to the brain rot. So I think you chose a good one. Honestly, I think might not have even been my first or second, but definitely top three.
Yeah.
So next category, one of my favorites, one of my
Oh yeah.
personal favorites of the night. We got blondes of the year. Now, as a man who quite enjoys a light-haired woman,
Those snow bunnies.
this is a category I hold near and dear to my heart, and this list has
Tyrese
been enough.
Halliburton, this one's for you.
He's putting on when they're in the first row.
Yes, sir.
So I think let me just go. I'm just gonna quick shoot the contenders, and we'll talk about them afterwards.
Yeah.
On to the year, we got Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Sydney Thomas, Sydney Sweeney, two
Yep.
Sydneys on there, phenomenal list, and then we also have. I'm gonna read it off the list. This is hilarious. Skeen's wife, Olivia Dunn,
Because at the
aka
time I couldn't think of her name, but I was like, Skeens girl.
yeah,
So I know
Livy Dunn,
Skeens.
Livy Dunn, New Jersey legend,
Beautiful girl.
absolutely phenomenal, good looking
Shout out
woman.
Paul Skeens.
Yeah, no, I can't hate the Skeens, man. I really can't because had I been in the same position as him, if I'm throwing 103 and I'm getting drafted
Yeah.
and I get the opportunity to put Livy Dunn, yeah, of course I'm taking that. Of
W.
course I am. So big shout out
I,
Skeens. He knows
I
what he's
wonder who
doing.
you're going with here, but I think I got an idea.
For me, I'm quite biased simply because of her other work. It's very close, to be honest, just because one had a breakout year and one had a like consistently delivering. But I've got to go with the consistency. I've got to go with Sydney Sweeney.
I thought it was going to be her.
Just absolutely immaculate cans is what I'll say.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
But
her
she
work in
also, I
Euphoria.
was going to say, the acting, she was on SNL.
Yeah,
That's all that
maybe
really
not a
matters.
great actress, but she'll put on a performance that I will watch.
Yeah.
The
She'll
Spider
act.
Woman. What movie was it? Spider Woman. Madam Web.
Madam Web.
Didn't even see it. Don't
I didn't
want to
see it
see
either.
it. And I almost don't think of it as part of her career.
Makes
But
sense. She's bigger than it for sure.
100%. But she put out some phenomenal work. She had that movie with Glenn Powell, the Anyone But You,
Yeah.
which did numbers. Absolutely did numbers. She also did like that one other movie that she did. She did a couple movies last year, but very big. She was just everywhere. She was on SNL, I think, like twice last year or something.
Yeah. She was huge, man.
Yeah, she's
Had a
just
good
always a
year.
contender wherever she's allowed to compete. So she's gonna hit it for me for based off consistency.
Just based on being a blonde, I have to agree with you and say she just had the best year as a blonde, bro.
Yeah,
Sydney Sweeney. It's for all the reasons you just named.
no, yeah,
I thought you were gonna go with her, and I thought about it. It was a good
it's
year for the
close.
blondes, bro.
It's
That's the
yeah,
only thing I
no,
will
the
say.
blonde women had a great year,
They put
and I
on,
think it's real close between her and Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina
yeah,
Carpenter just coming out of nowhere and absolutely sweeping everybody and putting on a hell of a year, putting on a performance of a lifetime with her SNL stuff, with the
yeah,
songs that became the songs of the summer. and the absolute like performances on the tour and like the outfits and like all the choreography that went into it. Absolutely murdered it. Definitely a fan. So I see either sides of the coin, but I'm going Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, I agree with you. Have to.
Yeah, yeah. See, the next debate or next topic we have is a little bit more
Could go
personal
anywhere.
preference. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got brunettes of the year. So first one we got is Zendaya. Then we got Caitlin Clark, Dua Lipa, Jenna Ortega, Haley Steinfeld, and Kim K.
I don't know if
And
Kim K's a brunette, but we just threw her on there.
we'll count it. I'm gonna throw in
Yeah.
another one there that she didn't really do much last year, but she just consistently shows up to whatever she does. See her at the Lakers games all the time. Shout out Jessica Alba. She's
Yeah.
a, she's a brunette who absolutely makes waves
You're right.
every year. She's a
And
mom,
even when
and
she was
I respect.
even when she was a blonde, she was great as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. She can do both. She shows up to these Laker games looking like
You're
an
right.
absolute 10 every single time, even
You're
though she is
absolutely
in her like
right.
late 40s. And I want to make sure she gets her flowers.
She's a
All
dime.
right. If she ever becomes a single mom,
Good
she knows where to
shout, man.
find me. She
Good
knows where to
shout.
find me. So I want to make sure that she's recognized in the area. But for me, I think they all had great years in Daya with challengers and all her other endeavors with Dune. And then I think she also did some like I think she did like some. Did she do music last year? I'm not sure if she did music last year. I think she did
I'm
music
not
for like one of the
sure.
movies.
Yeah, I think so.
Um, but yeah, no, she had a great year. Dua Lipa always performing consistently. She's always on tour. It feels like, even though I
Yeah.
don't know more than
She's
like three
never
of her
home.
songs.
She's never at her
But she's
house.
in. I think she's
She's unbelievable
Albanian queen.
though.
Absolutely love her.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, she is. She's like the modern day Mona Lisa, I would say. Where like from any angle, dude, looks good.
Facts, facts,
um,
facts.
Let me see, but I think yeah, no. Jessica Alba absolutely outperforms everywhere she goes, despite her being in the older range of
Is
these
that your
brunette
pick?
women. Dude, it's too close to call. I think I'd like for her to be my pick, but I think when it comes down to who I preferred and who I probably have thought about the most last year,
Yeah.
I think it's going Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, Josh Allen's wife.
Oh, don't call her that. Josh Allen is Haley Steinfeld's husband.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, she had the Spider-Verse movie last year, which was absolutely phenomenal. She was involved in the Shamik Moore drama,
Wow.
which is another great
Forgot.
callback to our episode.
Damn. Yeah.
So I think
It's
that
making me
was
think now.
she made him absolutely crash out
Yeah.
and post the tweet and then post the video of him with that other chick who was like, this guy is mad weird. Like I told him not to post that video. And she's like, I also have a husband. Like, I don't know what he's insinuating with this
Yeah.
video after his Haley Steinfeld shit. But yeah, I think she takes for me, dude. That's my Gwen.
That's a big W. That's a good choice. She had a good year. I
Oh
was
yeah.
gonna say the blondes had a better year than the brunettes in my eyes,
Yeah.
but my brunette of the year kind of a kind of a curveball. Caitlin Clark.
Really? Wow.
She had
I'm not mad at the choice. I actually quite like this.
she's just like a superstar, dude. Everybody knows her. Like in terms of basketball players, I don't know if the NBA guys are like in my eyes less popular than they used to be. She
Yeah.
really is like people aren't going to WNBA games, but they're going to see her.
Yeah, no, definitely. And she's definitely changed the game. Excuse me, changed the game in a sense that brought viewership back, brought some more power to the WNBA players. So I
Yeah, I
do
think
fuck with it.
she's gonna change the whole culture over there because I
And
think
did
she can
she
do it.
she win the chip last year?
Nah, she won Rookie of the Year, but no chip. That
No,
one's
didn't she
certainly
win
on the
the
way though.
no, didn't she win the college tournament?
Yeah, but I don't know if that was 2023 or 2024.
I couldn't remember. I think it
It
might
could have
have
been
been.
20. I think you might
I
be
think
right.
I think the
No,
seasons
also
end
I
like
also
right
don't think she
before the
won the national
WNBA
championship.
season starts.
Yeah, yeah. I think she lost the
No,
national
I think she
championship game.
lost. Yeah, no, she
Yeah,
did
yeah.
lose. She got yeah.
But
She was
either
still
way,
drafted number one.
brought Iowa to the national championship. Was number one pick. Got
Yeah.
her news got leaked. Um, she had the greatest rookie season ever. She got left off the
Yeah.
Olympic team, and she's due for a better year in 2025. Caitlin
Absolutely.
Clark,
Only getting
for
better
Man
from
of the
here.
Year.
I love the choice. I actually do really love the choice. I think it definitely speaks volumes to the diversity and duality of these women.
So I think, yeah, I think she. No, I just think she had a good year.
Oh, definitely. I quite wholeheartedly agree. I think she definitely changed the game for the WNBA, bringing viewership back and absolutely, bringing that whole vibe to the
Yeah, yeah.
WNBA of
Facts,
like we got our superstar.
facts. They got their guy. They got their Braun, and
Yeah.
I think the nominees are all like good, but I all think they didn't have great years
Yeah. No, I was
in
gonna
my
say the same
eyes.
thing. I don't think any of
Yeah,
them had great years.
yeah,
They all had good years. All had consistent, not a bad performance, but not an outstanding performance
yeah.
like the Blondes.
So yeah, the Blondes really went crazy, and so yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark.
Respectable. Respectable. Now let's crack open this next section here. We got the biggest fumble of the year. And this one's a big one, dude. And it's kind of diversifying for me when we think about the biggest fumble. You listed the government trying to ban TikTok, which went right like into the new year.
Yeah, shit was crazy at the time.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, I
think
didn't know. I couldn't think of any other fumbles off the top of my mind.
I have one fumble that I was thinking about was
Yeah.
Kamala. Kamala fumbled.
Yeah.
She I don't know, or let me just change this up. The Democratic Party, I would say, fumbled.
They had a
Not
terrible
necessarily Kamala,
strategy.
yeah, but yeah, no, they absolutely divided the Democrats by
No, for real.
it just made no sense. Absolutely no sense what they did. And I don't want to get too political, but fuck it. I'm getting political. No, it's not even that crazy to say, but it's just the Democratic Party absolutely lost their train of thought when it came to deciding how they wanted to go about their Democratic candidate for
They were
presidency,
they had
and they,
zero plan.
and they knew they were going up against Donnie, and I don't know why they didn't think of something,
No, but I think they
noticing
were
that
so set on the fact that I think
Biden.
they thought he was going to prison.
Dude, I don't think he's ever going to prison.
No, he was never going, but for some odd reason they were like, he's not going to make it, and then at that point we could win with Kamala.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I think it was just an absolute just massacre of a game plan when it came to deciding what to do. So I think that's definitely a big fumble. I'm trying to think
Yeah,
of some other fumbles
I
that we
think
had
you're right.
last year.
I'll just say
Um,
this: I don't think your plan should ever be don't vote for this guy because he's like a bad candidate. So just like don't promote
yeah,
our candidate. It's just don't vote for him because it's him.
just a smear campaign.
Like it was just didn't seem like the right thing to
Oh,
do
and
in
I
my opinion.
agree. I agree because then you don't give anybody a reason to vote for your candidate.
Yeah, so your candidate shit and their shit.
The funniest I think like campaign thing I saw was, I don't know if you remember the
Yes, bro.
The Donnie one. Kamala is for they
Yeah,
them.
Donald
Donald
Trump is
Trump
for
for
you.
you. Absolute banger of a line. And
Yeah,
like there's no way you can cut it where like that's not phenomenal bars.
that was such a good. That
Fucked
was a
with it.
really good political ad.
And yeah, no, they cooked with that. So props to do what props to do. Do you have any other fumbles? I'm trying to think of some other fumbles that
Uh,
happened last year. Can't
I
think of
struggled with the nominees
yeah, I
for
couldn't
this.
couldn't think of much myself.
Yeah,
Only
might
thing
just
maybe
think. Yeah,
I was gonna say, only thing I could think of is bringing my personal life in there. The position that I have now, I had applied for locally in Jersey and didn't get it. They fumbled, so
W. Yeah.
that's
Ah, yeah.
something to think about. They
Facts.
fumbled. Oh, look at me now. They
Look
flew
at
me
me
out to
now.
Chicago
Yeah.
just to do the job that you didn't want me for. So let them know.
Speaks volumes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I will just say the government trying to ban TikTok. Just the fact that I understand it's owned by the so-called enemy, but it's probably the number one app out there.
Yeah, shout out the tariffs, man. 250% for China. We're looking at right
And
now.
so, but shout out Don for not like it was banned for the day, and then Don brought it back.
He
So,
did bring it back immediately, which thank you, Donnie.
so
Because TikTok
kudos.
is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's used too
Uh,
often by all these people that
yeah,
why you
no,
banning it?
of course. And
So
I think I'm gonna have to go with the Democratic Party just
yeah,
because
no,
absolute just awful game plan when they honestly they might have had like almost a layup because the Republicans were pretty divided
Yeah,
and they they kind of threw them a lob, unfortunately for them. But
it was so bad,
yeah, it's just bad planning on there, and they had 4 years to prepare.
and they
And
didn't, and they were
and
ready to throw Biden back out there.
I
So,
was gonna say Sleepy Joe was not cutting it, and
and he was sick,
unfortunately,
bro. He was
yeah,
sick that they
dude,
wouldn't let him run again. Shout out Sleepy Joe because he was sleeping, but he was like, "I know I'm still the best damn
yeah,
candidate. Don't
yeah,
take my car keys. I can still drive this motherfucker."
exactly. No, I do
And they
fuck with Biden for that.
and they
He
took his keys, and then he was real happy that Donald Trump won.
yeah, no, he got up there and he was like, "Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
You didn't want me up. This is what you get now. What you didn't want is what you get because you didn't have me up there." So shout out Joe Biden for being a thug and being a dog. So I definitely fuck with him for that. Stood on his business.
oh yeah, yeah.
So let's hit this next category. We got uh biggest Twitter accounts slash
Slash like tweet of the
creators.
year, but
Yeah.
there's so many tweets that I couldn't really come up with a list.
I,
So
I just want to throw something out there. Centel. Absolute comedy.
wow, nope,
Absolute comedy.
that's good. That's
Every single
You did a
time.
good
And
job
that
right there.
and then also all the burner accounts that
Yeah,
absolutely rage bait
yeah.
everyone. Big shouts. Um
Santel's a
AB,
good shout. My shit
AB,
was AB. Yeah,
CTE, ESPN, crack of the
those are
day.
he killed it with all of his tweets. And so yeah, he's just my Twitter personality of the year.
No, yeah, I'm
He's
going
an absolute
Centel.
comedian.
I'm going Centel based off the fact that I got Centelled multiple times,
Yeah, no. Early on,
and
dude, it was tough.
it was, dude, and it was like not even just like seeing, like I didn't even follow him. It was I would see his
Yeah.
tweets posted by somebody else, like just a screenshot of it, and I'd be like, holy shit, LeBron just went to the fucking Nets. No, I got Centelled.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so phenomenal
That is
stuff. Shout out Centel.
that is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Centel cooked last year on Twitter, so definitely
Yeah.
fucked with that. Definitely,
Shout out
definitely
to shout out
gave
to
me a lot
AB
of good
beater
laughs.
of the day.
Oh yeah, yeah. He diversified a little bit.
Yeah, no,
Diversified.
he did.
I fuck with it. Then oh, I forgot. AB had his award show too.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did,
Which was
and
awesome.
yeah, no, that was hilarious. That was comedy. I totally forgot about that. That was
AB had a hell of a year.
yeah. No, he definitely cooked. AB, keep doing your thing.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
see too much of him nowadays. I don't know if maybe my algorithm is fucked or what,
Yeah,
but I'd
he might
like
have
to see
slowed
more
down,
AB.
but I see him
I saw
every once
something.
in
He
a
posted
while.
something every like the other day that I got a notification for, and it was an absolute joke. So he like
Yeah.
posted some girl's account picture, and it was just absolutely hilarious. But yeah, shout out AB. Much respect for what you did to the game. Let's see. Next, we got comeback of the year. We
I couldn't
got
think of many with comebacks either, but
yeah, no,
this
it's true. I'm
this
trying to think of people who like beat any allegations,
for
but there's
me
not
would
many that beat them.
like the winner would be Donald Trump
Donnie did make a
because
big
they
comeback. He
tried to
won the
take him
election.
out, but yet he still emerged as 45, 47.
Oh yeah, dude, and he's going for 48 most likely.
Yeah, well, that shit's wicked.
Yeah, so it's absolute jokes. He got shot or he got grazed.
Too.
Oh, attempted murder. He still
Yeah,
won. They tried to take him out,
yeah.
literally, and they
Nah,
could not.
he's
So
my
Trump
great.
is
He's still been here all these years, but just for
uh,
the reason that they try to put him in prison and then shoot him. We're gonna give
yeah,
for me comeback of the year, comeback person of the year, Donald
yeah.
J. Trump,
No, I
our
fuck with it.
president.
I definitely fuck with it. I throwing a little bit of curveball again. I'm gonna say Tory Lanez, not just because like I don't think he fell off, but because he was still making music from jail.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
And I'd say that's a comeback. Him leaving in 2024 and coming back from jail,
Yeah,
dropping music through the payphone. So I'll throw Tory Lanez out there. I'll choose him just because pure love of the game and pure artistry working out there. Shout out his producers as well, who absolutely cooked on that album. Doesn't even sound like he's recording from a jail cell.
I don't love the album, but it does sound pretty good. Yeah,
I was a fan. There's definitely some songs on there that I listen to, like I don't wouldn't say too frequently, but I think
I
he had a
just
great comeback from
I think
going
I
to
need him
jail
out of
and the
prison, man.
allegations. Yeah, yeah, just absolute great work. That's a guy who's grinding.
Yeah,
Also, I
for
don't know if you
sure.
heard, but R. Kelly said that he has like 30 albums he's written while he's been in jail that are ready
Uh,
to drop.
well, we
So if
need
he
him
ever
out.
gets out, if he lives to see the
Free
day
R.
of freedom,
Kelly.
yeah, he's got the R&B albums ready to go. And
That's
I'm
amazing.
and honestly, I think they should just drop them. If they're able to record them, just drop them.
I
Get
don't know.
get
But
get
they should
Tory
make like
Lanez
a
producer in
studio
there.
in the prison.
Oh, I get that, but also you're in prison. I don't think you deserve a studio, but also allegations.
But also, like, if you're famous enough,
Yeah,
studio.
yeah. It's because they're not in the billions, dude. If you're a billionaire in jail, yeah, you have your own
Is he in the
private
Diddy
jail.
prison though?
I think him and Diddy are in the same prison.
So at that point, they're not with like
Collab?
no. Yes, one yes, but I don't think it's not as dangerous as like most prisons.
No, no, it's definitely like a higher like
Like,
quality
bro,
prison, but I
Diddy's
don't
living
think
in
it's
like a
like a Pablo
Diddy's living
Escobar
in a
prison.
penthouse cell.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a Pablo Escobar prison where they're playing games outside
Yeah,
and have
they're not playing
freedom
kickball
of
outside, bro.
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's not recess,
So
but
I think we could have a
it's a
studio in there.
possibility. I
If
think
Diddy could have a couch in his cell, then we should have a studio in that shit.
no, I think that's a great idea, and I'm gonna start a petition.
Drop the album, yeah.
So yeah, no, that's actually a phenomenal idea. Moving on to album of the year, in your opinion, we have Kendrick, Taylor Swift, Charlie XCX, Brat, Sabrina Carpenter,
let's just
and
let's get down to business. It's Sabrina Carpenter.
yeah, no, I
I
don't
don't
think
know
there's
what
a
the
doubt in
album's
my
called,
mind.
but
Short and sweet.
yeah,
Is that the
there you
name of the
go.
tour?
Short and
Yeah,
sweet.
like that. Yeah, but absolute banger of an album. Please, 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 absolute banger. Uh,
Espresso.
yeah, she had it all. The music videos as well. She had like that one with what's her name? The chick from Wednesday. What was her name? Jen Ortega.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
it's
tapped
melt.
in on that
You think
one.
I'm not tapped in? It's that's it. That music video scene is melted in my brain.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So definitely there's a no doubter. Great nominees, but I don't think she was
Yeah,
matched at
no, she
all.
had the best album.
Yeah, no, I definitely fucked with it. So let's move on. Let's not waste our time here. Next up, we got best movies.
And you're the movie guy, bro.
Yeah,
Former
we
A
got
list. So I don't know if you're still A list, but
still A
former A
list, still
list.
A list.
So current A list AMC Stubbs member.
Yeah, this is the list. We
I
got
bow down to
Dune.
you.
We got Dune 2, Furiosa, Challengers, Wicked, and Deadpool versus Wolverine. For me, this is an easy one. Simply just whichever one caused me the most joy in the movie theater. Lisan Al Gaib, definitely top two. But I'm going Deadpool, Wolverine.
Damn, that would have
In
been a good
Wolverine,
swerve.
seeing
That's what I would
Wolverine
do
in
it.
the classic yellow suit was awesome. Chris Evans back as the Human Torch and him getting absolutely wrecked, and the end credit scene of him talking his shit, fire. Ryan Reynolds just always
Yeah,
delivers with Deadpool. He just doesn't miss.
and I agree with you. It's no debate. For some odd reason, one guy we know didn't like the movie,
Yeah,
but
and
it makes no sense because it's a good movie. It's one of the best movies like Marvel's put out in a really long time.
yeah,
And
I think
so,
brought some life back, especially since he's now like part of like the
yeah,
multiverse or whatever. So I definitely
it was a
think
good
great
movie, man.
job,
I thoroughly
great job.
enjoyed it.
100%, 100%. Brought the TVA and everything together. So
Yeah,
fucked with it. I fucked with it heavy. I think probably Marvel's only good product of last year.
yeah, I think you're
Uh,
right. We'll see about 2025.
yeah, let's see how Doctor Doom is and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I'm
But
hyped about Fantastic Four.
it's gonna be a great year. Gonna be a great year. Next, we got our last category, Song of the Year. We got Espresso, Not Like Us, Fortnite, I Had Some Help, a bar song, and Please, Please, Please.
I don't know if you got any others, but yeah,
No, I think maybe my personal choice, 530,
yeah,
or Burn.
that's funny.
But yeah, no, I think for me, I'm going with Not Like Us, simply for the wow effect and the longevity effect of you'll still hear it when you go out.
Yeah. Um, I'll say this: like the song of the summer, like award was won by Fortnite, Taylor Swift, and Post Malone, and it was such a fucking bullshit ass ruling that won.
Is that actually a fact?
It's a fact. So I looked it up
Jesus. Jesus.
because at that
Honestly, I
point,
don't even know the song.
yeah, neither do I. And if I'm gonna give it to any Post song, it's gonna be "I Had Some Help" with him and
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen. At least that's a good
Yeah.
song that people
Morgan
play.
Wallen. Morgan Wallen did bang on that one.
Yeah,
That song
that's a really
definitely
good song.
was on repeat everywhere as well.
Yeah,
That one was a big song in the Morristown section, I will say. I
yeah,
think every time I went to Morristown, that was out there.
it's a good song. But also more
Yeah.
time, you're also gonna hear "Not Like Us," and that's the number one song of the year for me as well.
Yeah.
Just because it took over.
No,
It's not debatable.
100%. It just absolutely just it didn't even divide. It just brought everyone together to a point where everybody was just yelling, singing this song when it came on.
Yeah. And every time I still hear it whenever it comes on, people still sing it
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
still relevant. So
Yeah.
relevant. But I got one more category. Forgot to list it.
Oh,
So the last category of the award show. Moment of the year 2024. It's fitting. It's like a good ending.
it's a good one. Yeah, it's a great one.
So I had the Trump getting shot as one the moment. The Great Rap War 2024 with Drake and Kendrick's beef. The Kai Sinat Kevin Hart stream, 7 hours and Drewski. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. Bronny and LeBron taking the court together. Shout out my glorious king LeBron James. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. We were together for that one. The United
Where?
Healthcare guy getting shot. The drones that invaded our home state, and
Yeah.
the Olympics, which also happened, but we probably won't win. But cool
Yeah.
that the Olympics happened.
For me, I think simply because I had people reaching out to me from out of New Jersey about this is the drones.
Going with the drones?
Yeah, I think the drone phenomena was absolutely insane, and I still think they were not drones, and I think they were either UFOs or some type of military defense.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm going with the drones simply for the wow effect of it. It got nationwide coverage to the point where we were outside, dude. We were hitting the the Woodbridge Center bar crawl,
I was gonna say we went out that
and
night.
yeah, go to
When I got picked up,
DMBs.
all I'm seeing are low flying objects, bro. It was
Yeah, we're
crazy.
on our way to DMBs. You look up and you see we saw like the beam too.
Yeah, bro.
Saw the
Drones,
beam and
drones,
then we saw
drones.
the drones. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
crazy, bro.
I'm choosing the drone simply for wow effect and seeing it up close and personal.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I wouldn't go with that because not I mean, like it's
Yeah.
local news. I guess it was like global news too, but I don't know. This one's tough. It's tough because guy. I think 2024 was nuts in terms of just
It
the shit
was
I just listed. There's a lot
oh
that went
yeah.
on, a lot of
Yeah.
bullshit that went on.
Uncle Donnie was up there for me.
I was like real patriotic, wanted to make a statement. I'd go with the Donald Trump getting shot, but I still don't know if it was bigger than the Great Rap War. And so I think I'm gonna go with the Kendrick Drake beef just
Oh
because
yeah.
it was, as they said, it was brewing in a pot for a while, for
Oh
like
yeah.
years and years and years. That they just were sending subliminals at each other, and eventually it just all came to
Came
pass. And
through.
so
And I will make a side comment that the podcast started with
yeah,
us talking about the Great Rap War.
yeah. So
And then right after that Kendrick dropped.
yeah,
So it does hold a special place in my heart, I do wanna say. Just wanna leave that
yeah.
out there for the viewers.
And I enjoyed both sides. I also enjoyed the new Drake album, but Kendrick really he took over the year 2024. So the
Yeah.
fact it was just those two really big artists and J. Cole being in there for 2 seconds and leaving. That's my moment of the year.
Oh, yeah,
So you
that's a great moment.
yeah,
It's a great moment. I definitely think it stirred the pot a lot and started a conversation of, is Drake really him, or is he just unchallenged?
yeah,
And then he got the challenge. So I think it definitely spoke volumes.
yeah.
That was that was a lot of categories we banged through. That was a
Yeah,
lot of
no, very good.
yeah.
Good
So
stuff.
I think we
Gave
did
the
it. We did
people
a
what they wanted.
yeah. I think we spoke well about our opinions, and I completely think all my choices are justified and everybody else is wrong. So
We'll put it all on TikTok, let you guys
yeah.
vote on shit
Yeah,
as we
let
used to.
the people decide and think what they want to think, but I know the right answer.
Yeah. Whatever's in your heart is the right answer.
Exactly. Any last words of wisdom or anything you want to talk about before we get off for the viewers?
Nah, I think we spent enough time talking, but I'll just say, Ray versus Rod everywhere on all socials. Follow,
Hell
vote
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
polls, comment,
Like
and
we're
all
on
that.
Instagram, TikTok, or in Twitter. I think we're on Twitter.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere you can find us, we're there. Ray versus
Yeah.
Rod. So
100%.
just show love. We're due for a big year, and
Absolutely.
watch WrestleMania on Sunday. That's all I can say.
Hell yeah. Tap in, fellas. Tap in.
So yeah,
3 things you need to do. Ray versus Rod, WrestleMania. I can't think of a third.
a third one.
There's no third one. There's no third one. Live life. Let's do that one.
Not live
No,
life and
vote on the polls. That's what we
vote
need.
polls. But then
Yeah,
number
that's the 3
4, we'll throw a
things.
fourth
Yeah.
one. Hey man, in terms like the theme of the hero of the year, I'm gonna be your hero and say whatever you got to do this week, whatever you got to do this week. I don't know when this is gonna drop, but it's gonna be at one time in your life. It's gonna be the end of the week, and you cap that off by drinking a brewski with your boys. So let's do it.
Hell yeah. Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah. So that's all I got.
Hell yeah. But we appreciate you fellas for listening. Make sure to keep tapping in. We'll see you on the next one.
Yes, sir.